Do you know that you can go into YouTube and target your competitors' keywords to where you show up every time they show up or anytime they're searched for, which you would want to show up for in your competitors, period. Do you know how to do that? Because if you don't, that's where you would call Marian. What it is, Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, do I got a real treat for you? I've invited Marian Esanu and his wife, Cosmira.
Brando, hey, let me tell you the truth. It's not about who you know, but who knows you. Brando, it's your story. You can rewrite it if you so choose. It's your life. You decide those moves. Brando, you want to talk about getting the bag? He built a 7-figure brand from scratch. Brando, it's the Brand Up Podcast, but you already know. Enough talking, bro. Let's start the show. Brando.
To the Bomb Studios. Why? Because I wanted to chit chat with this individual. He basically helps subject matter experts, speakers, coaches, businesses, and other folks, basically a lot of things. One of which is how to create high-end or high-ticket packages of services and or coaching or consulting and expertise, right? And then creating an automated sales process to sell them and market them.
100%.
Now, see, again, I have a lot of clients that could use that service. Do you know that I have over 800 subject matter expert clients like Grant Cardone, Damon John, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, John Maxwell, Tom Hopkins, the list goes on and on and on, that all want to do that. Now, a lot of them have it figured out, but if you're out there listening to this and you're thinking, what does Marian do? Well, this is what he does. He helps people basically take something from, could you go complete from concept to customer?
So we have a couple different packages, but essentially, yeah. So for example, and we can talk, like we can go like specific with one person if you want to, but yeah, we go from the beginning, seeing exactly, what are you an expert in? What's your expertise about? Then we have a pretty simple process, but it's really focused on never trying to reinvent the wheel. We always look at the biggest competitors in the game. We pretty much understand exactly what they sell, and then we package up that knowledge into, we like to call it productized services, and then we automate the whole process, and then we just launch it. We mainly, as platforms, we mainly focus on YouTube, but as a snowball effect, it goes to all the other, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the rest.
You're an immigrant, a poor immigrant story. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how you got to 7 figures. I want to talk about how you got 2 Comma Club awards with ClickFunnels, but it wasn't the ClickFunnel that made you a lot of money. It was the product, it was the copy, it was the Facebook marketing, the Facebook targeting, the ad buying. It's a combination of things. ClickFunnels, in and of itself, what it really did is gave you some quick best practices and it saved you a couple of days of programming. Yes or no?
100%.
That's what ClickFunnels does. That's what I keep trying to tell people. People think, oh, you're one funnel away because Russell does a magnificent way of marketing it. And guess what? Yes, you can make money using ClickFunnels, but guess what? Exchange ClickFunnels for a WordPress if you're good at them. You don't need ClickFunnels to make money. Yes or no?
Yes.
No, do you guys still use ClickFunnels, by the way?
Yes, we do.
Because they're easy, right?
Yeah.
Because why not? You know it. It's easy. It works, right?
Yes, and then I also use other platforms too. It's just.
But what would you tell me if I were your customer? Because I want to try to figure out, like, again, I'll use ClickFunnels if ClickFunnels is the one to use. But is it ClickFunnels or is it copy, pricing, timing, targeting?
All together.
Is it more? And two commas is at least $1 million. Right?
True, and it's almost like this camera here, right? If you can get anybody a camera, but if they don't do a good video with it, it's just a tool.
That's right.
At the end of the day, any platform, anything that we talk about is just a tool.
That's right. Damn, Marian, you're a wise man. Beyond your years, how old are you?
32.
See, you're just a young man. I've got underwear 32. No, just messing with you. I'm not actually. I'm 51, but still, you're a young man, man. You got a long way to go, but you've learned a lot so far, haven't you?
Yes, I guess the experience taught me a lot of things throughout these years, so I could say yes, yeah.
Okay, so let's just and folks, that's a long way of saying, if you don't know who is, go check him out. He's got a story. He's built a 7-figure business. He knows how to find clients. He knows how to acquire clients in an automated way, which again, to me, is how you scale your business. If you have a business I don't care if it's landscaping or otherwise, dude. You figure out how to scale it. You create a landing page. You do the same crap. I don't care if it's a physical business or a virtual business. It still works. I've had literally people say Facebook didn't work. I'm like, dude, Facebook works, you dipshit. There's no question. What did you do? That's the problem. Like, what did you say? Who did you target? What'd your dumbass ClickFunnels say? Well, it's supposed to say something special? Yeah, fool. There's a psychology behind it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So you help people with that.
Correct.
Interesting. Because I might be hiring you before you leave here. Why? Dude, I'm trying to figure out what my message is. A lot of people think I'm a guru, bro. I'm not a guru. I run a tech company that I founded. Is the only reason I'm in charge and I'm running it. It's not because I'm techie. It's because I invented it. I founded it. I didn't invent it. I envisioned it and someone else built it. And now it's Lightspeed. So I shouldn't even be here, but I'm a tech CEO. Everyone thinks I'm an influencer because of my social media. Everyone thinks like I'm the people you're describing here. Am I an author? Yeah, I got a book coming out. It's not out yet. Does that make me an author?
If it's written, yeah,
it's not fully written, but I did author a Real Deal lease presentation that's trained in car dealerships across the country. So that's an author technically. So I'm an author. I am a speaker. I go out and do keynote keynote engagements. I said speaks because I never say speaking. I'm not a speaker. I'm more of a talker. I'll walk out on stage and talk to the audience for an hour. I don't have a speech. I have a story. Like I'll talk about. I have a whole story. So I'm a speaker. I'm a coach a little bit. I coach employees. I coach my kids. I coach people. And I'm a thought leader. So I'm a perfect target for you, am I not?
Yes.
So let me use me as the example. If you've struggled with putting the right message in front of the right audience, making a true impact. See, I've made an impact, I believe, just with free social media. I think we're making impact right now with this dropping bombs. So I have no problem making impact. The right message. Let's talk about that. Like, what is the right message? How do you come along and help somebody identify their message?
So first, we always look at what is the big problem that either the service, the product, or in this scenario, it's an app or software solving for people, right? And then if we don't know exactly what that problem is, we start doing a little research. So I use a tool called Keywords Everywhere, and it's free. Everybody can use it. You install it. It's a Google Chrome extension. And then you start looking on YouTube. You start looking on Google.
It's called Keywords Everywhere?
Keywords Everywhere. Yeah, it's a Google Chrome extension.
What does it do? Just find the best keywords to find things? What?
And it tells you exactly how many searches a month a key phrase, a keyword gets on all these platforms. Well, mainly YouTube and Google. I mean, yeah, it does track Amazon and eBay and a bunch of others, but we focus on YouTube and Google. That's in the scenario if we don't know what's the biggest problem that you solve or the software solves, right? So then we start looking at that. Then once we identify, like, okay, we know, we make a list of, let's say, 20 keywords or 20 phrases that get at least 1,000 searches a month. The reason for that is if people are not, and again, if I think of something that is a small problem, you may still target that keyword. So for example, right, if I'm doing client acquisition for customers, a smaller problem can be, hey, I can help you with your Facebook ads, I can help you with your Google ads, I can help you with your YouTube ads. Those are small little problems, but they're still part of the big picture that whatever the service or the product is solving for people, right? So then we make a list of at least 20 of these key phrases. And then we look at competitors. Number one is we use YouTube. So we look at who are the influencers that rank for those keywords and what are they talking about, right? So if your software competes, let's assume with ClickFunnels, we'll look at what Russell Brunson is talking about because he's the owner of ClickFunnels. He's the co-founder of it. So we look at Russell Brunson's YouTube channel and we see exactly what is he talking about. And then ideally we want a minimum of 10 biggest influencers that are competitors of yours, right? So for example, Russell,
but ClickFunnels ain't a competitor of mine.
No, I was just putting as an example, not necessarily ClickFunnels as a platform, but the person itself, like, Russell or let's assume Grant Cardone is another competitor of yours, right?
No, he's not. He's a client of mine.
All right, cool. So then let's take it a step deeper. Who, like, do we know the competitors?
Who of mine?
Yeah.
Sure. But it's not a person. It would be more like a platform, like a technology, like an offering. Again, if I'm trying to get Grant Cardone to use my system versus someone else, they would say that, like, for example, a Kajabi.
Okay.
Or a I forget the other one's name, but Kajabi is usually the one where people are doing courses, so they just use a Kajabi. Why? Because it's easy.
Or Teachable.
Or any of those. Those would be competitors.
Got it.
Technically,
Okay.
they're not really, but let's say they are.
In theory, yeah.
Grant's not a competitor; he's a client. Subject matter experts are not competitors; they're clients.
I get it. Okay, perfect. So then we type in Kajabi, and then we see what people are searching, having Kajabi in the phrase. How to use Kajabi, how to boom, 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 how to make a course in Kajabi. And then we create usually four different video ads, and then we target whatever they search for.
Yeah, but what's funny is people are doing that to me.
Brand up,